Hey everybody, it's Rizion, a React developer with 5 years of experience, and today I want to share with you how to make Popover elements at Increaser using Popper.JS library. Let's jump in. There are two examples of Popovers at Increaser. The first one is here, and it shows a menu with this overlay that enables more focus on the component. And when we click outside, it disappears. Here the component with break settings. So here we have state for the element that will pass to Popover. As you can see, we use use state instead of use ref in order to force a render once we assign the state. And then we have a Boolean state with is open set to either true or false. So once we click on the button, we set is open to true, and also here we have ref, and if it's open and if we have an anchor element, we render a popover, we pass the placement. So again here it is bottom start. On click outside, so in this case it would be toggle menu, so when we click outside it disappears. Anchor this unstyled button, and also enable screen cover to have this dark overlay. Now the Popover element itself. So in props we have an anchor HTML element, children React node, it's anything that will render inside of the Popover. Placement, we take it directly from the Popper. Distance, a distance between an element and the Popover content. So here we have it. We don't see because there's overlay, but it is 4 pixels by default. And also enable screen cover. By default is set to false. So first we store Popper element in the state, and we use Popper hook in order to use the Popper library. It will return styles, attributes, and update functions that we will use later on. To the Popper we pass an anchor Popper element, and then configuration. In that case we pass placement from props. We set strategy to fixed because we'll enforce and update by ourselves. Also we have modifiers. The first one is the offset, and here we pass this distance. And also prevent overflow, so that if there is not enough space, it will be moved in another placement. So for example, if there's not enough space at the bottom, it will go to the top. We wrap the Popover element with ref in order to pass it to the use click away from the React use library. Then we take the bounding box of the Popper element. And I talked about this hook in the previous video, so you can go and check it out. Once the bounding box changes, we want to trigger an update. And in order not to have too many updates, we use this throttle function from Lodash. Then we create a Popover node, so it is just a regular div element. And we pass ref, style from Popper, and Popper attributes. Then we have a body portal. If we don't enable screen cover, we simply pass the Popover node, or otherwise we wrap it with a screen cover. Screen cover is just like a position fixed element that covers the whole screen. And yeah, there's nothing interesting here. And body portal, let's go and check it out. So here we have this body portal that receives children and then accesses the body by using this hook from called use body. So we take a HTML body element from just by accessing document body. Use isomorphic layout effect is the same as use layout effect, but it will work on the server side if it's Gatsby on Next.js. So yeah, that's all about body portal. Then there's another example of Popover at Increaser. So here on the goals page, we have this combo box with a drop down that placed using Popper. And if we go and look at this, it's pretty much the same, but we have some extra modifiers. So for example, here we have flip. So if there's not enough space to show this at the bottom, the menu will be shown at the top of the combo box. And also we have this same width modifier that makes the content same width as the input. But other than that, everything is the same. So yeah, you could either create one popover component for everything, or in some situation you can customize it like that. It doesn't require much code, so you can do this too. So I hope you found some interesting patterns here, and stay productive.